Folks, shocking news. A fresh $2,200 stimulus payment, announced by the IRS, is being sent today. If you are a senior receiving VA benefits or Social Security SSI SSDI, you may get thousands of dollars in benefits. Your bank account in the coming days, but not everyone will receive it. Stay tuned as we explain who qualifies, when payments will be made, and what you must do immediately to make sure you don't lose out on this financial infusion. And we also disclose the unexpected cause of this windfall. You cannot afford to miss this news. Greetings from Financial Relief, your go-to resource for the most recent information on seniors in America, can get Social Security and stimulus checks, as well as VA, SSDI, and SSI benefits. I hope everyone is doing well. Let's get started. Breaking news directly from Washington, D.C. $2,200 is at stake here. Payment that may arrive in your bank account very soon. I understand that you're probably asking, is this really another stimulus check? But allow me to explain everything in detail for you. A statement issued mere hours ago by the IRS. As part of an emergency relief package, this fresh wave of stimulus funds is intended to assist older Americans and those on fixed incomes in managing the persistent consequences of inflation and as well as financial instability. The government has acknowledged that a large number of seniors are having financial difficulties, particularly due to rising prices for necessities like housing, food, and healthcare. The IRS has said, and I quote, "Here's the killer. We will send it now so that they don't waste any time providing this money to people who are most in need. But let's first break it down into its component parts. $2,200 is a big sum of money, so let's take a closer look at what this means. And for many seniors living on fixed incomes, it might make a big impact. This sum exceeds prior stimulus payments, indicating the government's understanding of the particular difficulties older Americans confront in the current economy. Second, qualifying. If you are currently receiving Social Security retirement benefits, this payment is specifically intended for seniors and those receiving certain government benefits. Additional Security Income, SSSI, disability insurance through Social Security, SSDI, or payments from the Veterans Affairs. Although we know this payment is intended for these groups, it's vital to remember that the IRS hasn't yet disclosed all the information of income restrictions or other qualifying requirements. You may be qualified for this payment. Let's speak about how you'll receive this money. The good news is that there may be some more requirements that we'll learn about in the coming days. As always, I'll keep you updated as soon as we have more information. The IRS has said that they'll be using the same payment methods they've used for prior stimulus checks and for your normal benefit payments for the vast majority of people, so you won't have to do anything at all. Of the beneficiaries that's direct deposit, you can anticipate receiving your $2,200 payment by direct deposit if you've already received stimulus payments or your monthly benefits in that manner. This is fantastic news because direct deposit is usually, for people who typically receive paper checks or EIP cards, this is the fastest and most secure method of receiving payments. Don't worry, you will still receive your money. It may just take a little longer to arrive. Generally, the IRS handles first direct deposits, then paper checks and EIP cards. This is where things start to get really exciting. The IRS has announced that they will send it today, an extraordinary measure that marks a significant change from earlier. What this means for you? Well, if you're qualified and set up for direct deposit, you might potentially receive compensation weeks or even months after the unveiling of the stimulus package. Notice this money in your account in the next few days. Obviously, the precise time may vary depending on when your bank receives and processes incoming transactions, but even so, this stimulus deployment is moving far more quickly than in the past. Although there have been some indications of improvement, many Americans, particularly those on fixed incomes, are still feeling the strain from the cost of living. Over the past year, there has been tremendous inflation that has affected everything from groceries to gas prices. This new stimulus payment is intended to offer some immediate relief to those who are most vulnerable to these economic pressures, as the cost of necessities like food, housing, and healthcare has continued to climb faster than the salaries of many individuals. The sum $2,200 wasn't selected at random. Rather, it was determined by calculating the average annual rise in seniors' spending. However, it's crucial to remember that this payment is meant to be a one-time boost rather than a long-term fix. Since we don't know when or if another payment of this kind will occur, it's imperative that we make prudent use of the funds and make plans for the future. I'm sure a lot of you are thrilled to hear this news. However, I would like to take a time to address a few worries and possible problems that may arise. First and foremost, stay alert for frauds. Sadly, con artists emerge from nowhere to attempt to profit from government payments anytime there is news about them. To take advantage of others, keep in mind that the IRS will never contact you by phone, text, or email requesting personal information or money in order to issue you a stimulus check. If someone reaches you under false pretenses, the IRS would never ask for. While the IRS has stated that payments are being sent today, this does not guarantee that everyone will receive their money right away. There is always a chance of delays or technological difficulties, especially with such a large amount of money. In addition, the information is probably certainly a hoax. Extensive operation, don't panic if the payment doesn't appear in your account right immediately. Wait a few days. If it hasn't arrived by then, you can verify the IRS's Get My Payment tool on their Visit the website for updates. Third, remember that although stimulus payments normally do not qualify as income for benefit calculations, they may have an impact on other benefits you get. It's a good idea to consult a financial advisor anytime, or benefits advisor. I'd like to know what you think about this new stimulus payment and how it will affect your financial condition if you're worried about how it might affect your particular circumstances right now. Allow me to let us know in the comments section below. Although this is fantastic news, you should proceed cautiously and not rely any big financial decisions just on this statement. Instead, wait until you really have the money in your take into consideration before arranging any arrangements. A new $2,200 stimulus payment for seniors on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and VA benefits has been announced by the IRS. Payments for these benefits will begin to be processed today, with direct deposits anticipated to come first. Is a one-time payment intended to assist with inflation-related increases in living expenses. Watch your bank account, be wary of scammers, and never give out personal information to someone posing as the IRS. If you have particular questions about how this payment might affect you, please contact us. But please be patient if you don't see the payment immediately away. Financial situations can be complex, and what works for one person might not work for another. Your individual financial situation or perks. This concludes our discussion for today. I hope this information has been useful. If so, please consider leaving a like and comment on the video. It's always a good idea to consult with a financial planner or benefits counselor. Give it a thumbs up and forward this news to anybody you believe could find it useful. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to ensure you don't miss any updates.